shelterpetproject.org.
The Xfinity Kid Zone is accessible from all levels of guaranteed rate field. The space features batting and pitching cages, base running areas, and skill instruction for Chicago White Sox Training Academy coaches. Check out the latest Xfinity technology, including the X1 platform, X1 by Xfinity. It'll change the way you experience TV.
A new pitcher in the ball game. It is Jose Alvarez on for the 52nd time. He's been the busiest man around. 3.24 ERA, a 4-3 record. He inherits a couple of base runners, Abreu and Garcia at first and second base, and nobody out here in the eighth.
Lefties are actually slugging a higher percentage against him than righties this year. 413 to 324. Can Daniels square up home run number 3? In the air, right side. Pujols, foul territory, and no play. Polka, a home run in the second and a home run in the seventh.
Also a shield
Hit hard right at first base.
It's a heads-up base running because normally that's pretty easy to get doubled off, but not this time. Abreu at second, Navi at first, and nobody doubled off.
Well, I mean, when you scan pretty much everything else I have, you kind of stop thinking.
One down for Garcia. Goes 0 for 3 with a couple of strikeouts. First time he bats in the right-hand side. On the ground, off the pitcher into left field. That'll get a run home. Abreu scores. If that goes up the middle, it's likely a double play. Instead, on the ricochet, it scores a run, and it's 9-6.
That to the glove side, you should be able to make these plays, and a lot of pitchers can't. When they can't, things like this happen. You carry him off the glove, away from Simmons. So what could have been 2 and out of the inning, instead is none, and a run scored. So that's a 3-run game. And Matt Davidson is going to come out to pinch hit for Nicky Delmonico.
Why do I have a flux page?
Matt had a home run in his last at-bat that was in the 9th inning on 2 strikes last night. So Davidson for Delmonico. In a major spot in this game.
And Mike Scioscia's going to come out. That's going to be it for Alvarez. That's why Garcia went out there to kill some time to allow that pen to get loosened up. They have. And we'll wait for Mike to make that call.
There it is.
So that's going to be it for Alvarez. And as he walks out, we'll step out. We'll be back.
So they say it's a man's world? We slowly changed all that. We changed all that.
Wow. I am in. A few of these seeds I haven't scanned. I just realized it. in the farm. Cocoa beans are apparently made of wisdom. But they're owls. Anyway, you said you wanted regeneration? About the ones falling from the ceiling. This really hurts. Like, really hurts. Yeah. Here, while I read things, I read. Never mind. Mind voice? No. Yeah, but you're real. That sounds. I want 12. It's like it was express made for me.
2 on, 1 out.
Okay.
Struck him out. 94 miles an hour to out number 2.
Couldn't get that last breaking ball over, so he went to the fastball and he threw it by him.
Yeah, what?
It says it out. Come on.
14 home runs, and Tim Anderson. Facing Cam Bedrosian. There's the breaking ball for strike 1.
It was a good one. He threw a very good one to Davidson, and then couldn't get the other one over the plate.
Go us. Yeah.
0-1 to Tim. Tying run at the plate.
That first one right there. Ray.
Fastball upstairs.
Let's be all
And the
right.
Sox cash in after a run already in the inning.
You told me you did. Okay, would you find one or did you find two?
Called strike 3. Right on the edge. 2 left on. Will go bottom 8.
To support the Jackie Robinson Foundation, visit www.jackierobinson.org.
It's just literally a trap.
Tonight from Baltimore, the Rays and the Orioles meet for the 10th time this year in what will be a 19-game season series. The Rays have won 5 and dropped 4 to Baltimore so far this year, dividing 6 games here at Camden Yards, right down the middle, 3 wins and 3 defeats. Well, Alex Cobb and Hunter Wood, the pitching matchup. We'll take a look at the Rays starting lineup, presented by your Southern Ford dealers. Kevin Kiermaier to lead off at center, followed by the third baseman Matt Duffy, and then Jake Bowers, who's in left field tonight. C.J. Cron will then clean up. The DH is Ji-Man Choi. Joey Wendell at second base, hitting 6th in front of Danny Echeverria, with Michael Perez, the catcher, coming over in the trade, and he'll make his debut tonight, hitting 8th. Malik Smith will bat 9th and play right field.
Well, when you break down Alex Cobb's season, it's tough to find any bright spots. And we're going to take a look at his last 8 starts, but particularly bad. 0-6 on the record. The ERA 6.1 weighted average whip. And it's been an interesting season. His last win came against the New York Mets. That was on June the 5th in New York. But outside of that, there has been little to get excited about over Alex Cobb's season. And count me as another one, Dwayne, that did not see a season like this coming. Let's take a look at the defense and see how it's going to line up behind him here tonight. Brought to you by Golden Diamond Source. And in that outfield left to right, we've got Trey Mancini, Adam Jones, and Mark Trumbo. Across the infield, third to first, Jace Peterson, Tim Beckham, Jonathan Scope, and Chris Davis. Caleb Joseph will be behind the plate.
Well, it has been something of a lost season here for Baltimore, and Buck Showalter, the Orioles, coming in at 29 and 73, and in the last couple trades highlighted by the Manny Machado deal, and then Britton leaving this bullpen. Zach Britton, they have added 8 minor league players to their system, and what looks to be the beginning of a rebuild. And Kevin Cash with the Rays. He has the Rays 52 and 50. All set to play ball. And here's Kevin Kiermaier against the former Ray, Alex Cobb. First pitch, swung on and lifted into left. Mancini to his left, and is there to make the catch. 1 pitch, 1 away. Here's Matt Duffy. Duffy comes in, tied for 8th in the league in hitting at 305.
Oh yeah, that place.
That takes the first one for a ball, 1-0.
left, this is going to be our zombie con before we
Strike 1-1, as you know. Alex Cobb missing the entire 2015 season due to Tommy John surgery. Worked his way back last year, a 12-game winner for the Rays at 12-10. And this year in Baltimore, his free agent year, and it has not worked out at all.
He was coming off that 12-10 season. The ERA was 3.66, and he had completely reinvented himself as a pitcher. You know, really never got the split change back, so the curveball became the secondary pitch to go along with the fastball, and the split change
I made it
hit away,
purely
and still was able to, to have a lot of success. So the thinking was, hey, if he ever finds that pitch again to go along with the curveball that had become a legitimate weapon, well, you got a chance for him to really take off, and I think that's what Baltimore was banking on.
And now Strank on the outside corner here in Baltimore. He has not abandoned that split. You know, we saw him last year try to find opportune times to see if he could get the kind of depth on it that he did before, and it was intermittent.
Yep, and he's thrown it a lot more this season to left-handed hitters. You know, to right-handed hitters, he's become very predictable. It's the fastball and the curveball, very few split changes. At least, a number that's small enough that you're really not going up there expecting that pitch. You can really hone in on the fastball and the curveball. And, lefties have had success off him, but righties have hit him very hard too.
Yeah, right-handed hitters batting .314 against him this year. Ground ball headed to short for Beckham. Just throw to first in time. 2 up and 2 down. Well, almost anywhere you look, it has been an issue for Alex Cobb, as this illustrates right here.
That's what you're talking about with the right-handed hitters. You know, Dwayne, we talk about an awful lot of being able to eliminate pitches because of certain counts or certain tendencies. When you can eliminate a pitch before you really step into the batter's box, and a right-handed hitter can, disregard the changeup. Boy, what an advantage they have. I never figure that out.
You know, this game often referred to as a game of statistics, a game of percentages. And think about the percentage swing if you do eliminate a pitch. That really helps a hitter. This is basic as 3 pitches to 2 pitches. Good cut and a miss. Bauers now behind 1-2.
Actually, they might work on that.
Well, the last 2 pitches have been that change-up. First one had good depth and Bauers laid off of it. The second one looked more like a traditional change-up and had Bauers way out in front.
Two balls, 2 strikes.
I'll tell you that just here in the early going, the other thing that could be hurting Alex is the speed differential. Fastball 92, changeup 87. You'd like to see a bigger margin than that.
And a cut and a miss. He comes back and gets it. Had him out front. 1, 2, 3. Go the Rays. Bottom of the first coming up.
Okay, Brian, check this out. So, do you like the deal?
Does it bear? Yep.
So you're happy?
Happy as a... So, great deal, huh?
This is the best thing since sliced.
Get excited! It's Toyota's Big One sales event. Get 1.9% APR for 48 months plus $500 bonus cash on a new 2018 Toyota Tacoma. Toyota, let's go places.
Come on, guys, pop it back up.
We know our customers have busy lives. That's why we're working hard to improve our customer service. Now with the My Account app, you never have to guess when I'll be there. So instead of cutting your day short, you can stay out just a little bit longer. I'm Jaquetta from Comcast. We should fit into your life, not the other way around.
You owe more than $10,000 to the IRS. If so, you may qualify for the IRS Fresh Start program, so you won't have to make any payments to the IRS. That's right. If you qualify for the IRS Fresh Start program, you won't make any IRS payments once you're accepted. Once you're in the IRS Fresh Start program, the IRS will stop all harassing and threatening collection activities. Call Fidelity Tax Relief at 800-398-8182 to see if you qualify. 800-398-8182.
I'm Alex Smith, and you're watching Rays Baseball on Fox Sports Sun.
On to the bottom of the first inning, the Rays squaring off against the Orioles tonight. We're going to look at the starting lineup brought to you by your Southern Ford dealers. And there's Tim Beckham. He's going to lead off while playing short, followed by Jonathan Scope, and then Adam Jones. Mark Trumbull, the cleanup man, in front of Chris Davis. Trey Mancini hit sixth. Danny Valencia, the DH. Jace Peterson in third, hitting eighth. And Caleb Joseph will bat ninth.
Well, and as far as the Rays pitching plans tonight, buckle up, because here comes Hunter Wood. He's opening up his third game this season. His longest outing pitch-wise is 38. Longest outing by innings is 3. So at that point, turn it over to the bullpen and ride it out.
And he generally comes out firing. And the right-hander's first pitch, a fastball at 95, and it's fouled back by Tim Beckham.
And it's interesting with Wood getting his third open, and Stanek, he's at 13 or 14 at this point. And both of these guys, they've told him, just go out there and air it out. I mean, put these guys on notice right off the bat, and then we'll put it together from there.
One and one. Well, Beckham's hitting .216. He has 4 home runs and 13 runs batted in.
There's Ryan Stanek. I'll tell you what, the Open has really given his career a shot of life. Really taken to that role. Hunter Wood has done a nice job too.
Check swing foul, and it's 1-2. It's an interesting mindset. You know, the difference between running out there maybe with a guy on in the 9th inning trying to protect the lead, or you start even in the first inning. And for hitters, you get these two guys, this kind of velocity and the other pitches they can bring with them. They're ready to go right from the beginning, and there's a swing and a miss. Beckham swinging over the breaking ball out in front as well. That's one away.
Well, he's got a really good curveball, and Hunter Wood does a nice job of hiding it. Likes to go with that pitch primarily when he's ahead of the count, especially with 2 strikes. But he hides that pitch, you know, fastball slider to the righties, and then here comes that big hook, and you see it surprise a lot of guys.
So a strikeout of the first man he faces, and here is Jonathan Scope. He's gotten hot recently. Ground ball over the mound, right behind second base. Joey Wendell stationed there, and the one pitch at bat for Scope. 2 up and 2 down.
Now let's quickly set the rest of the Rays defense for you. Brought to you by our good friends at Golden Diamond Source. And in the outfield left to right, we've got Bowers, Kiermaier, and Smith. Across the infield, third to first, Duffy, Echeverria, Wendell, and Crone. Michael Perez making his Rays debut. How about that? You traded for yesterday, right out in that starting lineup today.
Show up today and put you right in there. There he is. Be interesting to watch him as we get to know the young catcher and what he brings to this club.
Got the generic catching gear tonight. Got to get that glossed up for him.
Pitch to Jones is down. 1 ball, no strikes.
No artwork on the helmet. Plain chest protector, shin guards.
As long as it kills them, I don't care.
Strike, and it's 1-1. Jones with 10 home runs.
Spawn a handful of them now.
277. Reaching for that one. 1-2.
It's the one thing that you do know about the majority of guys in this lineup. They like to swing the bat. So you have the opportunity to expand on that, get them to chase out of the zone. Adam Jones being one of the biggest defenders.
Fouls that fastball back. Wood, 24 years old, of Arkansas. I'll tell you, this pitching staff, especially with the addition of Jalen Beeks, getting to have an Arkansas flavor to it. And a cut and a miss. That takes care of Jones. 2 strikeouts in the inning for Hunter Wood. C.J. Cron will open the second inning when we return. Braves nothing, Baltimore nothing.
Hey, it's Olivia. I had to try out these brand new sweet and smoky barbecue boneless wings. It tastes amazing. Is it possible for chicken wings to be addictive? 5 wings? It's only $3. We're getting saucy. Rallies and Checkers. Fast Wings know the deal.
Sometimes a day at the ballpark is more than just a day at the ballpark. All military members stand to be recognized. No matter where or when you served, T-Mobile stands ready to serve you. That's why we're providing half-off family lines to all military. Any service.
Now,
if you got a life, you got a Swiffer.
I'm here at Checkers and Rallies. They just dropped a new peach mango island slushie.
I can taste the peach. I can taste the mango.
Oh my God, the brain freeze. Checkers and Rallies. Fast foodies on the deal.
BJ Upton hits another home run. In 2008, Floyd does equal weight. Braves win. Braves win. Here comes the throw. It's up the line. Ties the series. Swinging around ball to second. This should do it. Hockey has it. Takes it to second himself. The Rays are going to the World Series.
Join the race for a special 2008 celebration on Saturday, August 4th, and take home a piece of race history with the Akinori Iwamura bobblehead. Go to racebaseball.com for more info. Raise up.
We go to the second inning. The Rays in Baltimore tonight at Orioles Park. Leading it off here is C.J. Cron, and boy, what a difference a month makes for Cron. He struggled through June and has been very hot in July.
The slugging percentage is what really jumps out at you. 299 to up over 720. You know, hitting the ball hard again, driving it, using that natural power that he has. And how about a career high already with 20 bombs?
You see the problem.
That's a strike, and it's 1-1. Facing Alex Cobb. Cron has a career home run against Cobb. He's 2 for 6 off him. And now it's 1-2. Shift on behind Cobb on the Baltimore infield. This one is a little wide, a fastball. Well, here's that home run he hit yesterday in the 6th inning. Hit it back into the Tropicana triangle, and it hit the top of the fence and then bounced over. He is out on strikes here.
And how about this? When we talked about it, maybe Alex Cobb will have to keep our eye on this. 2 changeups in that at-bat to C.J. Cron. That's what he closed it out with right there. So, a pitch that he does not throw very frequently to the right-handed hitter. And he threw 2 of them to Cron in that at-bat.
I'm not sure.
So there's Choi serving as the DH again. The first pitch to him is a strike. Choi on the year with 3 home runs. He's posted 1 in a Rays uniform in 8 games. This is 9th game. This one on the ground. And that goes Beckham, who's on the right side on the shift, to Davis. 2 up and 2 down. 5 in a row retired by Cobb to begin this game. The hitter's going to be Joey Wendell. Wendell up to 282. Coming off a 2 for 3 day against New York.
So do you still want to make a village spot?
The pitch is too low. He lays
I
off.
did discover a new village north of our tank village. It's pretty sizable. So. Oh, by the way, side note, that one good SS formation that wanted to attack me says a bush market. It wasn't a village. However, once again, they attacked me on site. So I killed them all.
We're on Park. Park to hit in. Foul there, 1-2.
There's one.
And you look at the dimensions, and Wayne, we left center field here at 364. You know,
You're going in the jar. Come here.
compare that with Yankee Stadium where it's 399 out in left center field. I mean, that's a huge difference. A lot of homers, 318. That's not a very big number.
Yeah, at 364 and 318. 318, you've got to hit it down. That's down the right field side. There's
Take
a
the
scoreboard
capacitor
out there
and
on
the
top of the
power
wall.
spot and move the power spot.
You've got to get some lift, some height on that shot, but to left and to 364, that wall is not a tall wall out there at all.
It gives these guys great opportunities to bring them back. Go out there and make.
It's about 7 feet out there.
Yeah, it's like the 8-foot rims when you used to dunk on those when you were in high school. It felt really cool. I still do that from time to time.
Ridge wide, nothing wrong with that. 2-2.
I see my window. I'm actually
I would have to think that if you're on the mound, that 364 with a low wall, 7 feet tall, seems very close.
Shake hands with him, turn around and high five it. Yeah, it can be uncomfortable pitching here in the field.
Liner caught for the second baseman, Scope. Strikeout, ground out, and a line out. Into an inning and a half, no score.
At Outback, there's one way to cook a steak. Perfect. And 3 ways for perfect shrimp. Introducing steak and shrimp starting at $15.99. Choose barbecue, garlic butter, or sweet and tangy shrimp. Now that's a perfect meal. Outback Steakhouse. Aussie rules.
Here's one good reason to experience the new Buick. Here's another. And another. And another. And another. And, well, you get the idea. Experience one of the freshest lineups in the industry. Experience the new Buick. Current eligible lessees. Get this low mileage lease on this 2018 Encore for around $159 per month. Every now and then, we all need a little escape. A place to take a brief vacation from the everyday. And that place is Bonefish Grill. Here, the Oak Grill crackles, preparing peak of season fresh fish just the way you like it. And Whitecoat Anglers offer handcrafted cocktails and service with an attentive touch. Whether it's date night or girls' night or just a spontaneous weeknight, Bonefish Grill is your neighborhood destination where it all comes together. So come to Bonefish Grill tonight and escape the ordinary.
Coors Light has a lighter, crisper taste. So you're ready for what's next. Coors Light, the world's most refreshing beer.
What's the secret to a great steak at home? Ordering it from Outback. Easily enjoy all your favorites when you order Outback delivery or curbside takeaway right now. Outback Steakhouse. Aussie rules.
Rays baseball on Fox Sports Sun is brought to you by W.B. Mason. Who but W.B. Mason, the official office supply company of the Tampa Bay Rays. By Publix, where shopping is a pleasure. And by Geico, the 15 minutes could save you 15% or more on car insurance. Mark Trumbo is playing right field tonight, hitting cleanup. Takes the first pitch upstairs. Cooper Wood with that fastball consistently in the mid-90s, sometimes a pop or two more. The strikeouts in the first inning and a 1-2-3 first. Tap. A foul ball takes the count to 1-1.
Pretty good range, too. You think about the curveball at 75 and all the way up to that 96-mile-an-hour heater, 21 miles per hour. You got the slider that he'll fit in between. An occasional changeup to a left-handed hitter.
Pitch is down. 2-1.
That really is his changeup to the righties. Really, he gets a lot of depth with that pitch, but the change of speed, you see guys miss it in two planes. They're over the top of it, and they're way out in front of it.
And there's a cut and a miss. Fastball by him. 2-2.
Yeah, you know what's great, too, about the high fastball and the curveball? You can use either one to set up the up. You know, you can go up, fastball up, and then change the speed curveball below, or the curveball below just like you did, and then run that fastball up and catch a guy by surprise. So that's a nice way to use that pitch.
And he just missed there. A little wide, and the count's going to be full. Well, there's the range just in this at bat. 74 to 95.
And you get a couple upper 80s in there, too.
This one lifted into left field. Bowers coming in, and he's got it. So with one away, Chris Davis will stroll to the plate. Our Toyota inside look, and boy, what a problem this year has been for Chris Davis, and it really has been a trend, as we can see here.
Yeah, starting in 2016, the average comes way down, the homers down, but still upper 30s you can live with. And then a season ago, 215, 26. This year has been an unmitigated disaster for Chris Davis. At one point in time, not too long ago, he was on pace for the worst season statistically in the history of the game.
It seems hard to imagine when you look at some of the prior years he's had in the production. And signed a long-term deal here.
Yeah, that's the thing. It's a contract that is immovable. I mean, there's no way. And so you hope that some adjustments get made, but like you said, it's trending in the wrong direction.
Foul ball on the right side. So it's a 1-2 count. And Davis has struck out 122 times this year. He's hitting 153. Where he's overloaded on the right side. Breaking ball, he takes down. 2-2.
Now, there was a game here, and I can't for the life of me remember the team that they were playing, but as you see Matt Duffy playing a shortstop up the middle, and an at-bat against Chris Davis, 2 strikes, everybody. He goes over here, maybe not out in the outfield, but calibrated, gentlemen. Get calibrated.
Well, there's a fastball called third strike.
You had 4 guys on the right side. They didn't even put someone over there just to do it.
Yeah. And, that goes to the train of thought. People talk about the shift. They go, well, why don't you just put down a bunt? Well, that's what they'd like you to do.
Yeah.
If you're a big power hitter, if you get him to try to bunt, okay, good.
And that's what the hitters have done. I think that everybody thought, well, once you started shifting crazy like this, hitters would start to hit the ball the other way. And certainly some have, but I think for the vast majority of these guys, it's like, well, I'm going to get it over the jump. I'm just going to go over the top of it.
And that's been the approach by and large against the shift. There's a ground ball. Echeverria off his glove and picked up by Wiggle behind him. And Mancini's going to have a base hit.
You know, and I wonder something. It's a base hit, but if Echeverria is in a good rhythm and out in the lineup every day, he makes his play. He makes his play all the time.
Yep.
But a little bit of rust starts to set in because he has not been out there, you know, as often as he normally is.
Yeah, that's how good he is that you anticipate he's going to make that play.
Yep.
You calibrate everything else that goes into whether it's a hit or an error. It's going to be a hit. But for him, in his heart and mind, he's thinking he should have made that play. Valencia, here's a guy who's been just murder against the Rays through the years. Which is down. He used the DH tonight. 254 with 9 home runs. Among a multitude of problems the Orioles have had, they've had a difficult time getting production out of the designated hitters role. Their DH is cumulative under 200 for the year, with just 36 runs driven.
I mean, that's like a National League team playing some interleague. Now, it has been, when you look at this team across the board, lowest batting average in the American League, lowest on-base percentage in the game, up and down the line. They have statistically fell well short of what they obviously were expecting.
Short answer is no.
3-0. Well, there you have it. When you look at runs per game last, average, next to last, these are in the major leagues now.
Yeah.
On base percentage, and then you get to starters ERA, 5.30.
If you can't score and you can't run prevent,
Makes
what
it
can
difficult.
you do?
And there's ball 4. So with 2 outs, an infield single, and a 4-pitch walk to Valencia. Kevin Cash is headed to the mound. Chase Peterson is due up. Van Yarbrough getting ready in the bullpen, and it's time to make the pitching change. Brought to you by the Florida Lottery.
It's the Ford Summer Sales Event, and now is the best time to buy.
You ready for this, Junior?
Yeah, I think I can handle it.
No pressure. That's just my favorite vote.
Boom. Make summer go right with Ford, America's best-selling brand. And get our best deal of the summer. 0% financing for 60 months on F-150. That's right, get 0 for 60 plus $2,800 cash back on F-150. Or get $11,000 in total savings.
For those restless spirits, and for those who thirst for more, Coors Light is colder, cleaner, and crisper. To refresh you for what's next, Coors Light, the world's most refreshing beer.
Tired. Oh, she's tired. Why are you sleeping? Showing you what?
The Jaguar E-Pace. For great offers, visit your Suncoast Jaguar retailer today.
Heading at 2/3 for Hunter Wood. He departs with a couple men on. The new Monopoly Jackpot Scratch-Offs from the Florida Lottery. A new spin on a classic. They're loaded with prizes from $10,000 to $2 million. So unleash the excitement anytime. The Florida Lottery, it's your ticket. Claim it. On to 2/3 for Wood. A hit, a walk, 3 strikeouts. He leaves with Mancini at second base, Valencia at first. And Ryan Yarbrough comes in from the Rays bullpen, the tall lefty. His 26th appearance.
You know, a completely different style here. You go from the hard-throwing Hunter Wood to Ryan Yarbrough, more of a finesse lefty, works quickly. Boy, has he been able to ring up some decisions. 8-5 on the record in his role most of the time as that guy that's going to come in after the opener, but 93 2/3. Comes in a little bit of a spot here.
Well, Peterson, a 191 average. He takes the breaking ball to begin the at-bat. Wide, 1 ball, no strikes.
That one. There's no natural house spot.
Peterson, 2 of 18 for the Orioles against left-handed pitching, and there's a long one. A lot of distance on that one, but well fouled. It's 1-1. Three home runs for Peterson, all against right-handed pitching. Got some distance on that foul ball. 2-1. Joseph, the catcher, is on deck. Starts to go, checks in time. So it's a 3-1.
I tried to get him with that cutter, and he takes it just off the plate. You absolutely could have even the count.
Now that's inside. The bases are going to be full. With 2 outs, the infield head. And 2 walks to load the bases.
And guess what? Caleb Joseph has been swinging the bat well here in the last little while.
He certainly has. Hitting .228 for the year, but he's on a stretch in July. In his last 13 games, he's hitting .366.